Another year of high school finish. Another year done. One more year closer to graduation. Wild ass year, man. And it's seriously just crazy to think that we're already here. But what is going on, boys? Today is the day of the year where I make a video recapping my entire school year. So this year we had the junior recap video. I mean, I started this shit as a freshman, and that is crazy to me that you guys have already seen a freshman year recap, a sophomore year recap, and now a junior year recap. That is insane to me. So, anyways, if you haven't watched a freshman or sophomore year recap, you're gonna have no idea how these videos go. And I know I've gained a lot of new people since both those times. I mean, freshman year, I think I wasn't even at 200 subscribers yet when I first made that video. So, we've obviously gained an audience since then. Anyways, for this video, I'd recommend grabbing a drink, grabbing some popcorn, something like that. Just sitting down, chilling, listening to me, everything else. It's more of a podcast than an actual video, but I always do these in video format. So, today we're just going to be talking and going over my entire junior year, things I enjoyed, things that happened, things I didn't enjoy, blah blah, etc., etc. So, let's start this off, okay? Let's pick up where we left off sophomore year. Sophomore year, we ended it quarantined, right? Because of COVID. You know, COVID, the magical pandemic disease shit that we've been in for however long. You know. Also, real quick, just let me know on the lighting in this. I always do these videos standing up, and I have no idea why, but I do like making videos where I'm standing up every now and then. You can see more of my body language and whatever, and just more of my overall, self, and you can see more lighting and everything else. And so I always mess around with the lighting in all of my videos. So just let me know your thoughts on it, as always, in comments and whatever. Comment how your day's been, and just comment anything, seriously, and I respond to all of them. So 10 likes on this video would be awesome. I mean, I don't really go for like goals or anything, but that'd be cool. Yeah, I really appreciate all of you guys just saying that, okay? So anyways, last year, sophomore year, we ended it quarantine, and we were out of school, online, ended it online basically, right? So then, all throughout summer and everything, having a great time and everything else, we're thinking about, are we even going to go back to school this year, right? Because the pandemic had only gotten worse over summer, and whatever. Now our school is different than some others, and I'm pretty sure it was different through like just all schools and whatever. It was more of a school choice than the government or anything like that. But we did end up going the entire year to school. So you had the option to go online to school, like where you do school from online, or you could go in person like you normally have your entire life. I obviously went in person. We had to wear masks all year round. That was gay, but I had the Hoscat mask, so that was pretty lit. Link in the description, you can go get yourself one. But junior year, so much shit happened, and it's crazy. Okay, so let's start off. We started school late because of COVID. We tried to postpone as much as we could so they could get the school done, because it was getting renovated and whatever, and just so we could give the pandemic more time to see what the fuck's gonna happen, right? So it started in like September, and let's talk about my classes for a second here, okay? So my classes overall were not terrible, but they also weren't great. I had one class that was just awesome. It took up 3 out of my 7 periods. I didn't have a study hall this year, which kind of boned me, but I mean, at the same time, I also did all right, so it's whatever. One class this year, took up 3 of my periods, was my sports medicine class, and it was my first year taking it. Absolutely love that class. Best teacher ever. Kernan, seriously, best teacher I've ever had, and everyone else in that class can hands down agree with that. I believe so. Absolutely insane teacher. In that class, get this, okay? That class actually interests me. Crazy. I actually found a class that I seriously enjoy learning about the stuff in it and whatever. It was easy enough to where I didn't have to try super hard, but hard enough to where I still had to study for tests and whatever, and actually put forth some effort. So it was a very balanced class, I feel like. Math, pre-calc. The teacher I hated at first, but the teacher was actually pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty good math teacher. Class is ass, okay? Whatever you teach, it's ass. Didn't do too great in there, but passed it, whatever. Anatomy, I had my buddy's dad as my teacher, so that's cool. I did okay in his class, but now that should interest me, right? Because sports medicine interests me and everything else, but it really didn't, and I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't always necessarily a fan of the way he taught, but in the end, an alright class, and it was pretty cool having my buddy's dad as a teacher because, I knew him and we were like chill, and I knew like we had a good relationship and whatever. History, so history was split up for us. You had the government and economics, one each semester. Government, I had a different teacher than I had for economics. Government was ass, hated it, but passed with straight A's, easy class, whatever. Economics, passed with straight A's, actually was able to focus in it, had a different teacher, much better, much more, a teacher that was way better at keeping your focus, I feel like, and so I enjoyed it so much more. English, I could rant about I could talk about all these classes for so long, but English, fuck that class. It was awful. Hated it. It should have been an easy class, but the teacher is, I know. It's never the teacher's fault. Bart. It's never the teacher's fault. Shut up. This teacher, bro, if you were in that class, you know, okay? Okay? It was bad. But regardless, all my classes were pretty average this year, not gonna lie. Didn't have too many complaints, but also didn't have anything too great to say about most of them. So, let's get into like the actual junior year or whatever. So September, all goes well and everything. I'm in football season, and I can talk about football forever as well, but I'm not going to. First game of the season in football, I tear my ACL. You guys have all seen that, I believe so at this point. There were a couple videos where I was on crutches, and I no longer am. I'm all good, but you can see the nice scar on my knee from where I've had my ACL torn, everything else. I had to get surgery to get that repaired. So after going to school for about a month of in-person and everything, I then had to switch online for about 3 weeks to a month because I literally couldn't walk and was on a couch for a month. So that might have been the best time period of the school year though. Every single day, my buddy Jason, you guys all know him, he was coming over 11 a.m., not even a knock on the door, just comes in the house, "Hi, boy," and just, it was so dope. And then Jason and I would just always hang out and whatever. Awesome shit, But, so I missed the entire football season, that sucked. But as a team, we went 8-2, and that was amazing. Very, very cool. And it was awesome still being able to experience all that with you guys and everything else, even though I didn't get a chance to play whatsoever. I go back online, or back to in-person and whatever, and I stay in-person for the rest of the year. There were times where I wanted to switch online just because I felt like it was easier, it was better, but never did. Always gotta stay hydrated, been doing a lot of talking in this video, so gonna be taking some drinks of water throughout this probably. Anyways, football season was very cool and whatever. And this year, I literally just experienced so much this year, and that's awesome because I'm one of those guys where I just want to experience any and everything I can before my time's up on this planet. You know what I'm saying? So being able to experience all that stuff and whatever, and do all the stuff I did this year was absolutely insane. And very, very thankful for it all. Very, very thankful for all the people I've had in my life that have experienced those things with me, and all the people I still have in my life that have experienced those things with me. So, junior year's going pretty decent. I mean, this was, as a year, this was the worst year statistically grade-wise I've ever done, and that sucked. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really put forth the most amount of effort I probably could, and that's on me and everything. But I mean, it would just be so much better if I've always been one of those guys that if it's not something I'm going to use in life, what's the fuck's the point in doing it? You know, like for pre-calc, because that's the one. Math is always the easiest to talk shit about. Am I ever going to need to know hold on, let me just difference of two squares or Pythagorean theorem? That's not even the right term for it. What the fuck is that called? Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Am I ever gonna need those in life? I doubt it, because I'm not gonna be an accountant or anything like that. Sure as hell ain't gonna be building spaceships. So you know what I'm saying. So if it doesn't seem like it's gonna be practical in life whatsoever, that's where you just lose me at a learning point. You know what I'm saying? And so that kind of sucks. Pretty early in the year, me and my buddies, we did some stupid shit, and you know, that sucked, and we had to clear it up and everything, and whatever, and we had to stop doing that. And then, I turned 17 this year, in December, so that was very cool. Thankful to see another year, you know what I'm saying? Moving forward, looking forward to 18 this upcoming December. It was just, I don't want to go like in depth on like, you know, everything we did and whatever, and what all I did throughout the year, like oh yeah, this night I went to like this guy's house and we did this, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. But later in the year, I mean, thankfully for me, throughout all of my life pretty much, at least throughout middle school and high school, I practically had the exact same friend group and the exact same friends, which most people can't say. You know, like most people lose their friends either in middle school and then they make new ones in high school, or you know, they keep like one or two. It doesn't stay the same and just grow like mine has all throughout my life. Some of the people I've been friends with since I came out of the fucking womb. You know what I'm saying? And that's unreal to me that I'm still friends with those guys and everything. I know you guys haven't seen Gavin on the channel in forever, but Gavin and I, we don't even go to the same school anymore, and we still hung out plenty of times this year, and still, you know, he's my oldest and one of my closest friends still, you know what I'm saying? And so that's unreal that we never even, you know, see each other every day and whatever, and we still hang out and are still as close as we are, and we don't even go to the same school. So I'm very, very fortunate to have had the friends I've had in life and whatever. But this is the year for me where that all kind of started to shift. And I never really thought that my friend group would shift. I was like, I have the best friends ever, you know, I'm in the best group ever, and everything else. January, February-ish of this year, I changed so much as a person to better myself. And I've lost, maybe not necessarily lost, but I don't vibe with the same people I have my entire life anymore. And I've had to make new friends, and I've had to, you know, change my friend groups a little bit here and there, whatever. Like the core people are still there. You know what I'm saying, and everything else. But some of those people I can't hang out with as much anymore because I've honestly just tried bettering myself. Because there came a point this year where I was at my lowest of lows, to be honest. And I'm not gonna get into that or anything. But seriously, I picked myself up out of that, got out of that, and came out a changed person. Part of that had to deal with a girlfriend too. So I was able to experience that this year, but I'm not gonna get any of that. I'm not even gonna say a stance on that or anything. But your boy is single. Anyways, so this is the year where I feel like I finally matured. And throughout my entire life, I've had ideas like, oh yeah, this would be cool to do as a career, this would be cool to do as a career, but nothing ever really stood out to me, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's how most high schoolers are. We're not really thinking about that. We're thinking about when's the next weekend so we can hang out and, be dumbass teenage boys, or, when's the next weekend so we can hang out with our girlfriend, or girls hang out with their boyfriend, or gay people hang out with their gays. Whatever. Anyway, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We're always just looking forward to the next weekend or the next day off of school so we can hang out and just chill. But this is a year where something career-wise actually stood out to me. And shockingly, I know I don't really come across as it or anything, but for me that was nursing. And I really, truly am so interested in nursing and so badly want to become a nurse. And I've never had a passion towards any career like this ever, I don't think. Like, sure, there's been things that interested me, like the other years and years ago, all throughout like elementary school and like up until like 7th grade, I wanted to be a video game designer, because I play video games all the fucking time. So I was like, perfect, I can be a video game designer, make my own shit, make my own video games. It'd be so much better than like Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, and whatever the hell we were playing back in the day. And then there was a time where I wanted to be a veterinarian, and then there was like a time there was literally a time where I wanted to do YouTube as a career. Now maybe that'd be a different story if I was much bigger on YouTube, and instead of 400 subscribers I had 400,000, but that's not where we're at. So this is a hobby, and it's staying a hobby no matter how big we get. Seriously. But none of those interested me like nursing has, and I so badly want to become a nurse and everything. And that still has plenty of time to change and whatever. And maybe when I do my senior year recap, I'm announcing that I'm, I don't know, going to the military or something, and it could be completely different, because that shit changes all the time. It's like taste buds, they change. One day you like fucking pizza, the next day you fucking don't. It's just it's weird shit like that. And I've always been like that, but nothing has really stood out to me like nursing, and I don't know why, but it interests me so much, and I know I can make lots of money doing it. So I actually matured this year, and I actually thought about that, and I've realized college is probably important. I probably should go to college. And for all my life, I've thought that college is bullshit, and I don't need it, and I'll be fine without it, and I can get any job I want without it. But now I know I might as well just go to college, because 1, I can have the college experience, and 2, I can get the career and job that I want, and make the money that I want, and everything else, and have the life that I want. Because honestly, a lot different than last year, I've realized that there's so much more after high school, when last year and everything else, and even most of this year, I was focusing just on high school itself. And that's what's changed the most for me. I feel like it's just my overall outlook on life and everything else. I was just focusing on high school itself, and I don't care what happens after high school, blah blah. Because the future's kind of scared me, and the future has always kind of scared me. definitely my most feared thing is just the future. What am I gonna do with my life? What's gonna happen to all my friends? What's gonna happen to my family? You know, I don't know. When's my dog gonna die? Is that gonna be tomorrow? Is that gonna be 10 years? I don't fucking know. You know, no one knows. It's the future, right? And so that's always scared me more than anything. But now, instead of being scared of it and just trying not to focus on it, this year I've changed my outlook completely, and I've rather embraced it and tried planning for it and everything else. And that's been very different for me than any other year. And in doing so and changing myself so much, whatever, I feel like I've lost some of my very, very close friends, because they're still caught up in, you know, all the stuff we were doing in high school and everything else, and all that nonsense and whatever. But honestly, it's better for me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm so thankful for the friends that have stayed with me. The friend I can call out specifically is my buddy Ethan. He's been there literally since we were like the size of a freaking toddler, and he's always been one of my closest friends. And this year, man, like he was absolutely the friend that was always there for me, more than anyone else throughout the entire year. And I appreciate him so much for that. And so that means everything to me, honestly. Because my friend group has just shifted absolutely so much since summer, everything else, and it's sad. It really is sad, but ultimately, you know what I'm saying, it's better. I know that I am truly bettering myself, and like I also said, I still have some of my closest friends like Ethan and, you know, whatever, that have been on the channel and shit like that. And Gavin, I also mentioned earlier. But junior year, it kicked my ass for a bit. It was just the best way to describe my junior year was literally a roller coaster. You know, so beginning of the year, we're at the highest of highs, man. You know what I'm saying? So let me take you through a junior year roller coaster, okay? You get on the roller coaster, you strap yourself in, you're all buckled up, you know, you're all in this roller coaster. You're like, I'm ready for a good time, guys. you know, and boom, you get to the first hill of the roller coaster. Beginning of junior year, you're ready for football season, everything else, and then it's like, boop, no, let's fuck your knee up for life, tear your ACLs. Now you're at the low, right? And then you're online school, you're like, okay, online school is actually pretty decent because I'm seeing my friends every day, hanging out with my friends, whatever. And then boop, you decide to do stupid shit. So now you're down again, and then hey, you're hanging out with friends again, and blah blah, and you're doing good in classes, and you're ready for Christmas break. You got a girlfriend, you're chilling, you feel like nothing can go absolutely wrong. Boop. It does. And then you start to go up again. But this time it's different. It's not an up that'll just go down. This time it's different because you come out with people who are actually real with you in your life, and they're not, you know, people that are just there. They're people that are there for you all the time, anytime. They're real with you, and they like you for you. So you're coming out with your real friends. You've bettered yourself mentally and physically. I am in the best physical shape of my life, and that is with a knee with no ACL in it. And that is only after 7 months of rehab. You know, when this injury typically takes 9 to 12 months, I fully recovered it in 7. So that is also insane to me. So instead of going up, you know, like this, you're instead going up like this, kind of like in building blocks, okay? And you're actually realizing and figuring out so much more. You're learning from all your past shit, and that was so different to me because I never actually thought about any of that. I'd always just, oh look, we're here again, and then just something fucks up, and then I'm there for a while, and then okay, we're feeling good again, something fucks up. But now I've gotten to the point where you know, I can keep going like this. Something bad comes along or whatever, boom, I beat the shit out of it and I keep going up. Such a weird analogy, I know, I'm sorry, but that's almost the best way I can describe it, and I'm very happy with where I'm at right now. Seriously, I've had the best people in my life currently, I feel like, and I feel like I'm at the best place mentally I've been all year, and I feel like that I am just ready for summer. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm so ready for football, so ready for summer. So thankful for all the people I've had come into my life this year and made me laugh and everything. That was another big thing. One of the biggest things I focused on this year was smiling and laughing. Not only myself, but making people smile and laugh every single day. And damn it, I feel like I did a pretty good job of doing that. I mean, I know I'm not always the funniest guy, even though some of you say it and whatever. I know that I'm not always the funniest guy. I know that I'm definitely not the smartest guy. I know that you know, I'm not really anything special, to be honest. But if I can make you smile and laugh, I feel like I did my job for the day. Because if you're not smiling or laughing throughout the day, then that's just a wasted day. You need to be laughing, you need to be having those good moments, and just feeling good at some point throughout your day. And if I'm able to do that for you guys and provide that for you at least once a day, then I feel like I'm actually doing some good in the world. And you know, I feel like that's what we need nowadays, especially right now, because there's so much negativity, and I know I get caught up in whatever. But honestly, this is gonna do it. I'm so thankful for everything that happened junior year. I do not regret any of the stuff I did. I don't want to go back in time and like change this or change that. I am so thankful that I've learned everything I've learned, and for the people that have stepped into my life, the people that have continued to be there in my life and I've just continued to grow with, and everything else. It was absolutely a wild ass year. Probably gone by faster than any other year, I feel like. And it's just like I seriously can't believe we're already at the end of my junior year. That's insane to me. However, we're moving on to senior year. So hope you guys are hyped for all the summer videos and everything. I'm going to be trying to pump out more content this summer than I did last summer. I don't really know how much I'll be able to post or what I'll do exactly either. But just know that summer should contain some pretty good videos and whatever. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it. I'm going to go get another lift in because, you know, gotta stay grinding. Gotta get big for senior season, you know. Anyways, that's going to do it. Hope you guys are all doing well and staying happy. Like I said, smile and laugh every single day. That is so important, so key. Anyways, alright. I'm going to hit the gym. Peace out.